David Freeman here, and I wanted to follow up on the program that we did several weeks ago to talk about a topic in some greater depth. And one of the things that we were talking about is the topic of cross-selling, or as we called it, cross-helping. And there's one piece in there when we talked about certain measures. And one of the measures I talked about was talking to other people in the firm about what it is that you can do to cross-sell. And so I want to take a moment here to talk about something you can do, which is to do internal presentations inside of the firm. Now, this may be different than the way you're used to seeing it, because this is not a CLE. This is not a 50-minute program. With all due respect, nobody really cares all that much about your practice area. But what we are doing here is that we want to arm them with information so that when they are talking to clients, they can know exactly what to say about your practice. So here are some steps to think about. Number one, the presentation doesn't have to be much more than 5 minutes. And the beauty of this is that you can fit into any existing meeting that's happening in another practice group by just asking for 5 minutes. Also, you should have a memorable title to your program. So on your PowerPoint slide or whatever you're using, something that will be sticky, that they will remember. And then also, when you are writing this up, I want you to use language as if you are talking to a sixth grader, an intelligent sixth grader. But let's get out of our jargon. Make it so it's really something that can stick in their mind and that it also becomes memorable that they can tell somebody else. Now, we're used to putting a lot of words on slides. Go the opposite. Use as few words as you can, and also try to use some images, because adults learn in many different ways. They'll learn from your voice, they'll learn from what they read on words, and also seeing some pictures. Now, here's the key piece. Talk about only 2 or 3 hot issues that are going on in your area. Just focus on those. Do not teach them everything. You want them to identify the hot issues. And then with that, give them 2 to 3 questions they can ask. They don't know your practice area. They don't know how to form the questions. So give it to them. Actually write it out in italics, in quotations, how they can bring up your 2 or 3 hot topics. Also, you're going to have to give them some credentials. I call it brag points, because they may bring it up to a client and the client may say, interesting, tell me more about this person. So give them 1 or 2 highlights of your life. And then if you have a great success story, pass that on as well, because stories really stick. Stories can sell. And then the big piece here to make that person comfortable making that referral on your behalf is, can you give them a gift? And by a gift, it can be you're happy to come in and take a look at their policies and procedures for whatever it is you're practicing. You're happy to get on the phone for a little while. There's usually little freebies that you can give away. And this makes it easy for the lawyer in your firm to make that introduction. And this is what this is all about. It's making this a turnkey process to make it very easy for someone to pass it along. Last thing here. You did a presentation to maybe 20, 30, 50, couple of hundred people inside of your firm. Cherry pick a few of them, those that you should reach out to and follow up and talk to them about the presentation. And you can ask them, do you have any clients that come to mind that might have a need for this? That single question will uncover opportunities, because yes, they'll listen to this presentation, but they're going to go back to work. They're going to forget about it. So my recommendation is, find a few people and reach out to them.